Hi everyone, I'm Claire. I'm the teen librarian here at EVPL.
And I'm Katie. I also work at EVPL Central. Today we would like to talk to you about some of the books on our new shelf, some of the things that we've read and really enjoyed from our new teen book collection, and some things we're really looking forward to reading.
Let's get started.
All right. The first book I want to talk to you about today is You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. This is one that I read this year. This is probably one of my favorite books of the year. I was excited about it from the first moment I heard about it, but then I got super excited when I found out that Leah Johnson is actually from Indiana. She lives in New York City now, but she went to high school in near Indianapolis, and that's like pretty much where her book takes place. I think it's a fictional town. It's a small town outside Indianapolis. And Liz Lightly is the main character. She's kind of a quiet high school senior. She's a musician. She wants to go to her top pick school, Pennington, to study music. But she misses out on a scholarship she kind of thought she was a lock for, and now she doesn't know how she's going to pay. But the big thing at her high school, and really for her whole town, is prom. It's the event of the year, and there's actually a pretty big scholarship that goes with getting prom king or prom queen. So she signs up to try and become prom queen. And so you follow her through all of the pre-prom events and things, and it's a bunch of crazy stuff, and you get to know her family and her friends, and it's just a really fun book. And she starts to fall for one of her competitors, and that causes some bumps in the road. I just can't recommend this one enough. It really is one of my favorite books of the year.
I'd like to highlight All Your Twisted Secrets by Diana Irvin. This is a psychological thriller about 6 teens who attend an invite-only scholarship dinner, only to find themselves locked in a room with a vial of poison, a bomb, and a note that says they have to pick one person to kill within 60 minutes or they'll all die. Now the teens. There's Sasha, the queen bee, Robbie, the star athlete, Diego, the valedictorian, Scott, the stoner, Priya, the loner, and Amanda, the music geek, and the main character of our story. Amanda is determined to get her classmates and herself out of this nightmarish situation. But as they work to figure out how they're all connected and who wants them dead, it becomes obvious that everyone is hiding something. Relationships are tested, and old broken friendships are brought to light. This was a quick read because you're constantly trying to figure out how all these characters are connected. Of course, you're on the edge of your seat the whole time as this whole story takes place over the course of 60 minutes. If you're looking for a story reminiscent of The Breakfast Club, but with a diabolical, mysterious twist, then this is the book for you. Check it out.
Now I would like to talk about The Voting Booth by Brandy Colbert. Brandy Colbert has written a ton of books. They're basically all on my reading list, but this is the first one I've actually gotten to. And I was actually about still 100 pages away from the end, but I'm really loving it and really excited to finish it. It is about Marva and Duke, who are both voting for the first time. They actually met at the church where they were both supposed to vote. Marva was the first person in line, voted. Then Duke is told he's not registered to vote, and they end up spending the whole day figuring out how to get Duke set up so he can vote. He thought he was registered. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. But chaos ensues. Marva's cat goes missing, and they have to look for her. It's just, I'm really enjoying it, and I can't imagine that the next 100 pages is going to change that. So that's another one that I really want to recommend.
Next, I'd like to talk about Eat and Love Yourself. This is a graphic novel written and illustrated by Sweeney Boo. It tells the story of a young woman named Mindy who works in a coffee shop. She lives with an eating disorder and struggles with body dysmorphia and is in a constant battle, basically for her own self-worth. She accidentally discovers a magical chocolate bar that gives her the ability to revisit moments from her past. So past relationships, mistakes she's made, and she kind of sees this as an opportunity to undo all those mistakes that she made. What I love about this story is that Mindy, as she has these experiences, revisiting memories from her past, she starts to see them in a different light. She starts to see how she's become the woman she is and it's truly a story of self-discovery, self-acceptance, and it's a very timely story about body positivity, but also struggling with body image issues and eating disorders. So if you're interested in stories about this subject matter, I would definitely check out Eat and Love Yourself. The illustrations are beautiful, they're cute, and it's very expressive, and it tells a very personal story that a lot of people can relate to. So definitely check it out.
So the third book is one that I'm really looking forward to reading because I've read the ones that come before it. It's a loosely tied series. They usually kind of refer to them as companion novels. But you may have read When Dimple Met Rishi, or There's Something About Sweetie. They're all by Sandhya Menon, and they're just really fun teen rom-com books. And so now she's come out with 10 Things I Hate About Pinky. Pinky is introduced, and There's Something About Sweetie, but she's a side character in that novel. So I know going in that she's an activist, and I know that that she's going to ask this guy that's a lot different from her. He's kind of maybe a little bit of a goody-goody, to pretend to be her boyfriend because her parents don't like the guys she dates. Except you know how that always works out in books when somebody pretends to be somebody's boyfriend. By the end of the book, he's probably actually going to be her boyfriend. But I will have to read it, and you will have to read it to find out.
So if you're interested in these titles, they are available in our collection right now, as well as digitally.
We hope you'll check them out and other great things that we have at the library. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.